going on? Alright, Bruchim Abayim, welcome everyone. Baruch Hashem, yesterday was a beautiful Yom Kippur. I'll say one thing. For a boy like me who, grew up and the year before my bar mitzvah, I couldn't recite the Manishtana. And not only I finished Shas a few times, but I led the whole davening for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur this year. Not because I wanted to, but because I had to. Our Rav Shlita, Rav Shmuel Yosef ben Miriam Tvarel, Refuah Shlema, was in the hospital for a few weeks, and he was by his children in Rockland County for Yontiv. Usually his son leads the davening, which he did by his father, but not by us in this medrash. So I was for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, Bal Tefillah, Bal Koreh, Bal Tokeya, and I said drushes. And I don't know how good the drushes were, but I'll share a little bit what I said. So first I want to share what I said before Ne'ilah, just the basic idea. Satmar Rav Tzchusi Galeno once received a shaila. His response, and he leaves the answer, the response that he gave. The man was very distraught. This isn't exactly how I said it over, but I'm trying the best I can remember. About sins they had committed. He asked the Rebbe for a path in tshuva. The Rebbe gave him some rather common answers. Say Tehillim, go to the mikveh, things like that. And he said something very powerful. He says, on every weekday we say 3 times a day, Slach lanu avinu ki chatanu, v'chal lanu malkeinu ki pashanu. Forgive us, our Father, for we have sinned. Pardon us, our King, for we have committed transgressions. Then we end off, Baruch atah Hashem, blessed art thou, O Lord, Chanun hamar b'losloach. You are gracious and abundant in forgiveness. The way I said it over, I said, if you don't have a piece of bread in front of you, and you say God's name, Baruch atah Hashem, Elokeinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz, you said a bracha levatala. You said a vain benediction. And it's close to taking God's name in vain. Taking God's name in vain isn't only cursing in the name of God, or taking false oaths. Even praising God for something that's not there in front of you is a part of that rubric. So says the Rebbe Tzchusi Galeno, Satmar Rav Tzchusi Galeno. If one doesn't believe in God's forgiveness, he's making a bracha levatala 3 times a day. We have to believe the power of God's forgiveness. And I explained a little bit more God's forgiveness. That and this idea of Yom Kippur, that
in half a mile, continue straight onto County Road 114.
By the Seder, we recall the discussion about remembering the exodus from Egypt every day and every night. And that's something, again, we do all year long, every day and every night.
Continue straight onto County Road 114.
By Kol Nidrei. So that's why I was sharing that idea. There was another story I told, but I forgot the connection. In any event, we have a Yom Iyun to focus on this remembering Egypt, and similarly we have this Yom Iyun of focusing on God's forgiveness. And so that's essentially,
continue on County Road 114 for 5 miles.
We have to focus on believing God's power of forgiveness. Having faith in that idea that God could forgive us for whatever we do, as long as we ask for it. Alright, thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. I'll make a separate video of my drasha before Yizkor. If I can turn this thing off. How do I turn this thing off?